Good morning, students. This is the video of class 7 subject science. So, actually, we are continuing with our chapter, that is acid, bases, and salts. So, in the previous videos, we have seen that how acid are being used. So, that means today we will read that how the acids are formed and what is the acid rain, and also we will read about the bases. What is bases, what are the properties of bases, how the bases are formed, how bases helps us in our daily life. So these things we are going to read. So let's read, that means start with our how acids are formed. So some part of acid was left, so today I will just complete this one. So how acids are formed? So when so actually when the acid, that means the oxides, if there is any oxide like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, nitrogen dioxide, when they react with the water, just like if CO2 is here, so when CO2 reacts with water, this makes the acid. If i take the example that sulfur dioxide, so sulfur, that means it's a type of a soap, sulfur dioxide. So if a sulfur dioxide reacts just like SO2 plus water, again it forms a acid. So in detail we are going to read line by line and see what the book is telling. So acids are formed in a small amount in nature, but they are prepared artificially when required in a large amount. So here acids are made by dissolving some oxides. What I have told you, they are prepared by dissolving the oxides. Like if O2 is there, that means they are the oxides. So if the oxides are there, that means when they react with the water, they will form the acid. Just like in the this diagram, that means here the thing is given in this table. When a carbon dioxide reacts with the water, they are giving the carbonic acid. When the sulfur dioxide react with the water, they are preparing sulfurous acid. When sulfur trioxide react with the water, they are preparing sulfuric acid. Now nitrogen dioxide, same thing, they are the oxides. When the oxides react with the water, again they form the nitric acid, that means the nitric oxide plus the nitric acid, that means again they are forming the acid part. So here from this table we have understand that whenever oxides react with the water, they will form the acid. So this is the, that means thing that how acids are formed. So the next thing we have to read, what is acid rain? Have you heard about the acid rain? What is acid rain? Maybe you will find that if you are just that means hanging your clothes for drying, that means sometime you will see that a yellow color patches. One more thing you can see, that in your roof, if there is a marble or if there is a wall over there, so what will happen, they will just that means little bit they will hamper the wall, they will hamper the that means marbles or tiles, not tiles but marbles. Okay, actually what happens when the acid falls on the marble, they just corrode it, that means they mix with that one and they hamper the marble. Just like we are having a famous example, Taj Mahal. Why the Taj Mahal? That means the shining is degrading because of the acid rain. So let's see what is written in the acid rain. Rain containing excess amount of acid is called acid rain. Now rain is containing the excess amount of acid. Now where from the rain is getting this acid? Actually the rain becomes acidic because carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxide, sulfur dioxide, which are released into the air as pollutant, dissolve in the raindrops. That means the gases that is coming out from the chimneys, they are containing sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide. So when they are, that means in the, when, that means the gaseous particles, when they move upside, they forms the cloud. That means when the clouds are formed, at that time this they react with the water and they just comes down as a acid rain. Now we have to see the harmful effects of the acid rain. Now in this diagram only you can see that what thing is telling. That means it will tell about the acid rain. When acid rain react with the marble of the Taj Mahal, they just causes the damage to this wonderful heritage. So let's see what are the harmful effects of acid rain. Acid rain has many ecological effects. When it falls on the ground, it reacts with some element. So when it mixes with the water bodies, water becomes toxic. That means when you just taste that water, that means if the water is containing that acid, so it's become toxic. The major effect of acid rain are as follows. Now what are the points? So let's see. First point, acid rain reduces fertility of the soil. That means it will reduce the fertility of the soil. If the acid, if that means if the rain is containing acid and if they are falling on some ground, so they will destroy the ground. That means they will just reduce the fertility. If they are falling in the crops also, that means they can damage the crop too. So that is the acid. So during the acid rain, some of its water seeps down and reaches the water table, making the water harmful. So they are, that means causing the water harmful too. Now the third point is acid rain react with the marble, that is the calcium carbonate, and slowly corrode it. An example of this is the damage done to the Taj Mahal. That means acid rain react with the marble. That means in the marble there is a calcium carbonate. So when they react with the calcium carbonate, they just corrode the, that means the marbles, and that means the shining part of that one is just hampered. Now the last one we are having, acid rain damages reproduction in trees, plants. It also causes harms to the leaves and the fruits of the leaves. So if the, that means if there is a plant and if the acid rain is raining, so they will just hamper the fruits, they will hamper the leaves, and they will also hamper the reproductive that means power of that tree too. Now what are the preventions of the acid rain? Since production creates large amount of pollutant, that means simply we can say, if we just reduce the smokes, that means the smokes that is coming out from the chimneys, so if it will not contain the sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, so obviously that means the acid rain will be prevented. So if some factories or chimneys, if they are eliminating these gases, so they must check the quality, that why it is that means in which amount they are releasing these gases. That means so less use of fossil fuels can just prevent the acid rain. Use of public transport and carpooling is simply walk possibly, that means if you use the public transport, if you use, that means cycling, all these things, so it will help you all. The waste gases released from the factories should be first treated to remove the sulfur and nitrogen oxide. So what I have told you all, that means that sulfur and nitrogen oxide must be removed first. Now we are having the new topic, that is called the bases. So acid is fully completed. Now we are having the bases. Now the taste of, what was the taste of the acid? It was sour in nature. Now base is having the bitter taste. Now bitter taste, and they are soapy in nature. That means if you touch that one, it will be soapy, that means it will slippery, so it is called the bases. Now, what is this? Most of the bleaching, soaps, toothpaste, cleaning agents containing bases. Just like we are having our soaps that we just take bath. So, can you? That means when we touch it, how we feel? We feel very sloppy. We can't handle that one. So sloppy. If you use the toothbrush, that is also sloppy. Bleaching powders, cleaning agents like detergents, powder. So they all they are very soapy in nature, and that means the taste of that one is also very bitter. So this is the, that means simple, we can say the characteristics of bases. Now the second one, we are having the calcium hydroxide or lime water. It is also a base. Ammonium hydroxide or ammonium water found in window cleaner too. So let's see what we are having.